The Andersson stuff hasn't changed an iota. They're bringing him to camp. It's not going to be a distraction. He wants to make Team Sweden. He's coming off a bad year and wants to have a great year. It's his last chance to get a huge contract in his career, probably.
Loves the team, loves the city.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be a fit long term, but yeah. That's what he's saying. That's a guy I don't worry about doing the media dance. He's pretty upfront and honest.
I saw a Backlund quote about
obviously he's getting
traded, so that makes it a little difficult. But he's a pro and he's going to do that. I think we're all on record. Trade him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be a distraction in and of it. That is a distraction.
Yeah.
It's going to be.
It's a lovely thing to say, but sorry, Rasmus, you can't control it being a distraction or not. You can do that in the room, but guess what? You're going to get asked in every market you go to all year.
Like you kicking the door in on the locker room and walking in, this place sucks. Distraction. That's distracting. So short of that, you could just come to work and play. But as long as you are there without a contract,
people are going to ask. And
I don't care about the people asking even. Like, to me, there's a distraction in the room. We've had it before where guys aren't wanting to be in Calgary and it's awkward.
Connie's first year, he takes the job. There's like 7 UFAs.
Yeah.
Resigns Backlund, moves away from Tanev, Lindholm.
What happens?
Zadorov.
What happens 2 months in when Wolf isn't signed? We're all like, nobody likes it here. They all want out.
Yeah, and I don't know that, it feels like a group that really liked a lot last year, and that probably happens when you overshoot your expected point total on the sports books by like 25. Like, what was it, 80.5, 81 and a half?
Yeah.
Like 15 points better than people thought. But I think if you're on the whole, like, they're not a contender and you want them to be a contender and you're 2 years away from a new rink and you're going to want to be able to put butts in the more expensive seats drinking the more expensive beers. Like, if this team gets off to a slow start with a tough start to the schedule and the Rasmus thing, like, you could just see there's a few dominoes. If they start to fall, you really could be in that. We're going to be able to pick a real stud in the draft. But then you also are just like, but look at them. They outplayed what they were supposed to do. They played for each other. They didn't quit. They really didn't have a lot of eggs they laid last year, and their goalie won them more games than they should have. It's one of the harder teams to peg, I think, around the league.
Yeah. And I get the building thing. Like, I understand why that becomes a talking point, but it just doesn't. You're going to be what you're going to be because there's a building being built in the parking lot, and you'd like to be better, or how about in year 2 of the building? It would be real. I know what but
you want to build a sustainable contender.
If your prospects aren't at the level that they need to be, you're not going to rush it. It's okay, but you have to be building towards something, and
the kids aren't here yet in the sense that you'll have 3 pretty high-profile prospects. I think 3 of their top 5 in the Wranglers this year, but we'll see where Perek settles in. He's really the only A+ prospect they've got in terms of when you look at numbers he's posted. It's just super rare air. And I think they've got a lot of very good middle 6 forwards and centers even now.
Look how excited Rhett is.
But like, you're right though. Like, if the kids aren't ready and it's a new building, they're not ready. But my point would be, who can step in and play right away? He hates this. He's good.
I think it's great because he's talking.
I'm just trying to fill time here.
Killing time.
Yeah. What do they call that in the
stretching? Yeah.
No, at the politics. The politicians.
Gerrymandering.
No,
it's filibustering.
Yeah.
Gerrymandering, so you move the borders.
Keep filibustering, Pinder. Get us out of here.
No, but look, like, prospects that aren't mega studs take a while, right? Like, when is Matt Gridden coming? We don't know. What does Sam Honzek look like in a year or two? We don't know. But you know what you do know is if you pick a mega stud in the top 5, they're going to be on your roster real quick.
You know what I want to know? What's Conroy been doing?
Oh, he was at that Hlinka in Slovakia, but that's over.
Really? Yeah.
And that's all draft eligible next year, guys.
Like George.
It's like a Where's Waldo thing. It's like, where's Connie?
Where's Connie?
What are we doing?
Yeah.
No Zary deal? No Wolf deal? You haven't traded Andersson?
I got a little something on the Zary for the Pinder report when we get there, because there's a few comps that came out that teams took very different directions with. So
all right,
it's something from down the track here when we're done the show.
Do we want to keep talking? Like, what?
No,
I don't want Andersson here if he's going to get hurt either.
Yeah, honestly, if you could get the return you want, like, the best thing to happen for the Flames would be a contender loses a right shot defenseman in camp. Because, like, a lot of these teams are like, we have our guys and we'll reassess ahead of the deadline. And that's when
curious,
transactions happen.
I guess I'm curious too. How much better is if a team really was in the we like the player, we would love to have him.
Mhm.
How much better does that trade offer get?
Well,
are you
you're praying
that-
for what Pinder just said. You're praying that
A contender needs
That
February-
a third becomes a first. and
February
like,
1st,
I just-
one of their contenders loses their top right shot defenseman, and they're like, "Oh, we need a guy."
that's what you want to happen if you're in the move him sooner camp. Yeah.
Yeah, but boy, I mean, I don't. If it's got to happen, I don't even want to see him at camp. Just
Yeah,
get him
it's
out of
just-
here. And I don't
Stay
begrudge
home.
him for not
No.
wanting. I get it.
Do what
You
you
want to
want.
get paid, of course.
And he's coming off
Listen,
a down year. I
I'm the-
get him not wanting to extend. That's his right.
I don't know why they're not phoning me to help Conroy in these things. It doesn't make sense. We'd have had this deal done. We'd have had him to LA. Everyone would have been happy, except even he would have been happy because he'd have been making lots of money living in LA, and he wouldn't even known that he didn't want to. Been able to say he didn't want to go there. I was right, and you guys were wrong again. Should have signed him.
I guess,
Trade his ass.
guess you're right. Again, I don't.
The thing
don't know
about
that you're right about
extending
that.
guys
I'm
is
100%
that
right
they
about
usually-
that. They're
you're
putting
right
the
about
screws
that.
to Conroy.
No
Conroy's got to
move
start putting the screws to them.
All right. Because yeah, if
I get that you want it to happen
Yeah.
right away. It's just
Well, you're the
this-
one that was bragging about it's gonna not brag. It was gonna happen at the draft, and the last.
I was going to say
spring-
doing it at the deadline last year, fellas. Like that's when you don't have any extension shit hanging over a deal. There's 2 years left.
why?
You
But
can't even negotiate the extension. It's an easier deal to
The
get
hell
done.
is he waiting for?
Now it's like, well, where will he resign? Because if he resigns there, we'll get more. Like you can still trade him as a rental tomorrow.
I just don't know that it's easier. Like who says it's easier?
Well, I just saw like 12D get moved at the deadline last year. It's a pretty easy market to read where he would have.
Give me some of the 12. Like with 1 year left. Like what are you talking about?
Yeah, the 2 years left is interesting, but
Like with 2 years left,
It's
it's not
just-
every team can take on. Is it a good cap hit? Yes, but it's still 4 and change. It's
I'll you know what I'll do for Thursday? I'll look at the
Uh,
D that moved to the deadline.
no, I can't. My head already hurts from this amount. I'm already dreading
Don't
this
bother.
Frank Nazar
fine.
chat coming up in the Pinder report. Hey, buddies, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Also, if you could throw in a like and subscribe, it does help us out with what it is we are doing. And check out more at flamesnation.ca.